Hello, my name is Michael Killik. I'm the owner of Killik Hot Sauce Company in Cleveland, Ohio. So I was a middle school teacher for a bunch of years, and then I got back into the restaurant business. And I worked for some great restaurants in town. And then about 6 years ago, my dad and I both had heart attacks about a week apart. I survived and he didn't. So, like Anthony Bourdain said, don't treat your body as a temple, treat it as an amusement park. And that's what I did for 50 years. Unfortunately, he didn't tell us what happens when the wheels start falling off the rides. So I had to cut back on my sodium. The problem was I love hot sauce. I put it on almost everything. It's not a choice of if I'm putting hot sauce on, it's which hot sauce. So I started messing around with fermentation. I saw this great recipe in a magazine for fermented Fresno vinegar. It was vibrant, and I thought, just from an aesthetic angle, that looks great. So I totally screwed up the recipe. I totally jacked it up, and it was fermented. I totally jacked it up. So then I let my old boss try it, and he loved it, and he hated everything I had made. So I was like, wow, this is something special here. So I started shopping it around to all of my chef friends. Luckily, I know a lot of them. And everybody loved it. The words I kept hearing were obsessed. So the Delta, the original, it's called mild in the bottle because it's the mild of the two reds. It has that great umami flavor. It has all that punch without any of the sodium. Great uses for it are, I've heard people, they'll mix it with mayonnaise. It's a great special sauce. People, the chefs I used to work with, they mix it with an ounce of honey. It's a fantastic wing sauce. And of course, it's fantastic on eggs. I use it on my eggs almost every day. And it just has that brilliant punch of flavor that most hot sauces don't have. My second flavor is my Verde, the Ada. It's a poblano jalapeno flavored hot sauce. It's a little chunkier, so it's right on the edge of being a salsa. It's fantastic on all Mexican food, Southwest flavors. In fact, old Brooklyn Cheese Company paired this with some Stinton cheese, a little bit of a funky cheese, and the funk from the fermentation and the funk from the cheese was fantastic. It just exploded with flavor, and I never would have thought to do that. The last flavor is the Zeta. It's a Fresno and habanero flavored hot sauce. This is my biggest seller by far because it has that heat that hot sauce lovers love. This is fantastic on seafood. Again, mixed with an ounce of honey, and it's a great wing sauce. My daughter, who's a chef out in Colorado, owns her own food truck. She uses this for her blackened mahi-mahi recipe. She puts the mahi-mahi in a pan, puts some of this on there, blackens it on both sides, and it just makes it pop. Most people think hot sauce is just something that you can put on top of something, but hot sauce can be used for cooking as well. And that's the beautiful part of it. What makes my hot sauce special is the fermentation. It's such a simple process, but it takes time. It takes over a month to make each batch of hot sauce. And I've tried other fermented hot sauces, and they just don't have the same punch that mine does, that same flavor profile. And I think that's because I made this totally by mistake. It's all about the flavor with the low sodium. Only 1% sodium, as opposed to some other brands that have 8%. I've seen even some hot sauces that have 20% sodium. That's 1/5 of the bottle is salt. And I don't use salt for taste. I use it to feed those beautiful microbes that make the hot sauce what it is.